I could not be more excited to shoot this video because right here in this video, I'm going to show you how to not only set up, but exactly how you can use one of our sales funnels that have produced over $5 million in revenue for our company. Oh, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. This will be the most comprehensive guide on Clickfunnels on the internet today. And I'm going to show you behind the curtains of exactly how you can set up your Clickfunnels account and your sales funnels inside of it to build massively profitable sales funnels that bring in new customers daily. Now, if you're new to this channel, you're probably wondering who the heck is this guy and what makes him qualified to tell me about this? Well, it's very easy. You see, number one, I have a neon sign behind me here. They don't just give those out to everybody. Number two, if you look in the top corner of the screen, you can see a little award up there. That's actually from Clickfunnels for me showing them that I've made over $1 million using their software with one sales funnel, which I'm going to give you here. I've also been on the Clickfunnels podcast before for the success that I've had using their software. And I have thousands of clients that I've actually helped set up and build their sales funnels for their business. So you could say that I'm a little bit qualified to teach this. What's more, ladies and gentlemen, is that I've actually used these sales funnels on Clickfunnels to generate my businesses millions of dollars in revenue instead of just being an affiliate for Clickfunnels, pretty much meaning I'm making money by just showing you how to use Clickfunnels. Now, I'm going to tell you right now that this is going to be the most comprehensive guide on Clickfunnels on the internet today. So stick with me around to the end, especially because I'm going to show you at the end how you can literally copy and paste one of our sales funnels that has produced over $1 million in sales for our company right into your account. So first things first, if we hop on my computer here, I'm going to show you exactly why you need a sales funnel inside of your company. Now, as you can see by this incredibly accurate and well-drawn depiction that I put in front of your screen right here, I made this myself. Yes, thank you very much. You can see that this is what the typical website looks like online, which is what about 90% of the people watching this video will have. So you have traffic coming in the left-hand side of your website. Now, traffic could be anything like, you on a podcast, cold emailing, YouTube videos like this, paid advertising, and you're pretty much sending that traffic to your website. Now, most people treat their website like it's a sales funnel. What I mean by that is that they think that once they send someone to their website, they're going to magically become a lead or a booked appointment or a client of their company. In reality, that's actually not what happens. So someone lands on your website through whatever traffic source, and you have 100 buttons there, right? You got a blog there, you got an about me section, you have a review section, maybe something describing your services and products in more depth, maybe a contact us page here, and they get overwhelmed with all the information. Even if they end up clicking on one of these websites here, there is about a 98 to 99% chance that they simply just leave the page. They click exit on the top left-hand screen. They click exit or I guess, yeah, top left or top right, depending on what I guess it's always the top left. But anyway, they're most likely going to click exit out of there. And the downside of that is that they've never given you any information. You didn't even know they were on the website in the first place. So you can't remarket to them. You can't call them, any of that stuff. You can't get their email. You can't send them an email. And that's the issue with websites, is that people get on there, they get overwhelmed with the information, they don't give you any information in return, and then they just hop off the website. Now, if we come over here to another really well-drawn diagram, you can see that this is what a sales funnel is. Much less complex than a website and much more efficient, okay? So obviously you have the traffic coming on the left-hand side like I discussed before, except for now, instead of sending the traffic to a page where they can go to 100 different pages, we send them to one page where you can take one action, which is to opt in to get something, okay? The only other thing they could do is leave the page. So over here they have, let's say you want to get them to the contact page when they send them to their website over here. Well, you have a, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 in 6 chance of it actually going to the contact page, where here you have a 1 in 2 chance of them actually, giving you their email. So obviously in a funnel like this, it's gonna be much more efficient. They're much more likely to actually get your email or give you their email, okay? So they give you your email here. Now, in order to create this funnel correctly, you need to have some kind of lead magnet for people. Now, at Scaling with Systems, we help to build lead magnets and sales funnels and copywriting with our clients. We build all this assets out for them. If you're interested in us having this do do this with you, actually, you can click the button or the link in the description down below. You can book a one-on-one consultation with myself or one of our coaches, and we'll walk you through how you can build this for your company. That's going to be a much more tailored approach, and I've had over 1,000 clients we've done this for. But in this example here, let's just assume that you're running some kind of real estate advertising company, and you're advertising to real estate agents in order to get them more leads. So in order to get them to the sales letter on this opt-in page here, I have to offer them something that they find valuable. Now, an example of this could be a training or some kind of insight. So maybe on my opt-in page or my ad, I said something like, hey, do you want to know how we're helping real estate agents get on average 4 to 5 more closings every single month? They're going to go, heck yeah, I want to see that. So they go from the ad to the opt-in page. The opt-in page says the same thing as the ad. Hey, want to see how we're getting real estate agents on average 4 to 5 more closings a month? If yes, enter your email below and I'll show you the training, okay? So then they have that 50-50 chance. They're gonna most likely enter their email in below, especially if you have a really good training or really good offer, and then they hit your sales letter. Now, if you're watching this video right now, there's a good chance you've been through plenty of sales letters, whether you knew it or not, right? The olden days, you know, I say the olden days because I'm 26 years old, but the olden days were you pretty much created a sales letter where you actually sent it in the mail, right? Wall Street Journal, some of these other ones that have produced billions of dollars in sales came in an actual letter in the mail. Well, today you get to use a software like Clickfunnels where you can build out a sales funnel in a drag and drop software. And in that sales funnel or in that sales letter, we're giving them something really valuable. Now, this is a mistake that I see a lot of people do. So you've probably seen sales letters before, whether it's a webinar, a video sales letter, a written sales letter. And the majority of sales letters, they're just fluff. They're baloney. It's a fugazi, right? The majority of these sales letters are literally nothing. There's no utility behind it. And it leaves a bad taste in somebody's mouth, okay? Because they're like, oh, this is not that valuable. And I've shown this in my other videos on YouTube. By the way, subscribe. But if you give someone something unvaluable or not valuable to them, they're gonna think that all of your content's not valuable. Where you watching this video right here, you're gonna be like, holy mother of baloney, I can't believe how valuable this video is here, and I'm gonna subscribe or I'm gonna check out some of his other videos. So make sure that whatever you put on this page, whatever offer you're making them, don't just go on the high level. Give away the farm. Give as much value as possible. But then at the very end of the sales letter, you're going to give them options. And you're going to say, hey, right now I've given you all this value. I've actually given you so much value that you could go out and do this yourself, okay? But instead, if you want to do this yourself, you know, you'd have to figure out how to run Facebook ads. You'd have to figure out how to run sales funnels. You'd have to figure out how to do the back-end systems. And that could cost you tens of thousands of dollars. Or you could click the button on this page and book a time to speak with myself or my team, and we could show you exactly how we can set this up for you with guaranteed results, okay? A lot of people are gonna go, I just want the guaranteed results. I don't wanna do this myself. But you wanna give them enough information in that sales letter that if they did wanna do it themselves, they could do it themselves. And that's something that nobody else on the internet's telling you. So then you click on the next button on that page. Once again, there's only one button in every page here. These are all little micro commitments. And they're gonna go to the booking page / order form, right? So here is where they're gonna either book an appointment to speak with you to talk about your services, or let's say instead of running like a service where you ran ads for real estate agents, you could run like, maybe you had a course where for $6.97, you could teach real estate agents how to do this on their own. So in that example, I'm gonna show you guys in a minute when we hop in here inside of ClickFunnels, you could actually take their payment right then and there. And then you just have, you know, notifications, Stripe payments coming in on autopilot. And then finally the thank you page. I'm gonna show you all of this inside ClickFunnels here in a second, but that's gonna pretty much be, you know, hey, we're excited for the call, or hey, thanks so much for the purchases. Here are the next steps, okay? So without further ado, let's hop on over to the ClickFunnels dashboard here. Now, let me just say a few things. ClickFunnels is incredible. Like I said, I've gotten the award, I've spoken on their podcast, I've made millions of dollars through them. There are a few other softwares that you can do it for a little less than $97 a month, but there's a really big community behind ClickFunnels. I think Russell Brunson's done a great job with it, so I really love it, and that's why we're showing it in this video here. Now, really quickly, I also want to show you, in the link down in the description below, you can click a link that's going to give you the exact sales funnel that has made our company millions of dollars, literally copy and paste inside your website. And so when you get to it, you're going to get to a page that looks like this. You just enter in your email address, your password, and you start a free 14-day trial of ClickFunnels right then and there, okay? So Let's assume you do that. You're on this page right here. You're like, all right, how do we set this up? Now, this is where this makes this the most valuable training online. I'm going to show you exactly what everybody else isn't showing you. Actually, so much so that I reached out to my team. I was nervous to make this video. I reached out to my team. I said, hey team, I'm thinking about shooting this video on Clickfunnels, but I'd have to give away the farm. Are you okay with this? Right? And then my team messaged me back. They said, I don't know, Ravi. And then I said, guys, you know what we do. We give away the farm. And they said, all right, send it. And that's what we're doing here. So first you're going to do is go to the top right with your pretty little name right here. I'm assuming it's probably not Ravi Abuvala. And you're going to click account settings, because what we wanted to connect first is going to be your domain. So we come down here to the bottom left and we click on domains here. Now, this is a big mistake. I see people teaching ClickFunnels and people using ClickFunnels. If you do not connect a domain, it means that whatever website you're trying to run traffic to, you're trying to be professional with, it's going to say, you know, raviabuvala.clickfunnels.com, which is not professional. Okay. You're really just branding and advertising for ClickFunnels, you know, or it could say johnsmith.clickfunnels.com. If you don't take this 5 seconds here to add a website. And the really cool thing about ClickFunnels, if you can see I have like 30 domains here, is if you click on add new domain, you can actually register a new domain with ClickFunnels that you've never even created. ClickFunnels gives you one free domain with every account. So if you don't have a domain, then you can just set one up here in 2 seconds. ClickFunnels will pay for it for you for a year and you're good to go. You don't have to worry about it anymore. And that's the cool thing about ClickFunnels, right? So you could create, you know, let's say realestateadvertising.com, and then you could run your traffic to a website that says www.realestateadvertising.com instead of raviabuvala.clickfunnels.com. And then also if you want to, you can use an existing domain. So for example, let's say here like scalingwithsystems.com. We hit add domain. And then they're going to give you really detailed instructions here on if you have GoDaddy, if you have, you know, Gator, whatever Dater, or you have, you know, Namecheap, how you can set that up. That's not going to be worth my time going through this video here. So first thing you want to do is make sure you get your domain set up. Second thing you want to do is make sure you have your integrations in place. Okay. So once again, the majority of videos I see on ClickFunnels, they just tell you, okay, here, set up this funnel. And they tell you, like, here's the funnel, or here's how you drag and drop things. But the issue with that is what people don't tell you is that in this funnel here, actually the majority of people are not making it all the way to the thank you page. And so what you need to do is you need to have a CRM and email remarketing. I actually have a full YouTube video on active campaign automations, how to push people through your funnel. I'll link in the description below and in this video clip here. But you can set up integration so that it goes inside your CRM, it goes inside of an email autoresponder, and then you're pushing them through the funnel. Hey, I saw you opted in, but you didn't book a time, you know, and you push them back to the booking page. And you can get an extra 10, 20% of people to actually book an appointment with you or purchase from you by just adding in a few emails that comes from this integration here. So you would just click like add new integration in the top right. They have active campaign, Aweber, Drip, ConvertKit, Constant Contacts, you know, I'm sure there's HubSpot here, GoToWebinar, MailChimp, you name it, Salesforce, it's all on here. So you would just connect it on here, and then once you started getting emails, you can now put them in an email list, remarket to them, and you can check out my active campaign automation video after you're done watching this one, okay? So once we connect our domain and we connect our integration, the last thing that is going to be optional for you is your payment gateway. So payment gateway is exactly what that sounds like. It's pretty much how you collect payment from people that are going to your sales funnel. So in the example that I gave you guys here, if you guys, instead of saying, you gave them 2 options and they go to the next page, instead of saying, hey, book a time to speak with us, if you had something a little less than $2,000, you can most likely take payment on the sales funnel right then and there. And so you can actually connect your, you know, we use something called Stripe, but there's also PayPal. There's a few other websites that allow you to do it. And you can connect a payment processor so you can start collecting payments right inside of the funnel. So you just click add new payment gateway. I think there's PayFunnels, there's you know, Infusionsoft, there's Stripe, Recurly, a bunch of other options you can add inside of there, okay? So domain number 1, number 2 is gonna be the integration, number 3 is going to be the payment gateway, okay? Everything else inside of here, do not worry. The next step we wanna take is come over to this little ClickFunnels dropdown and click on funnels right here. So as you can see, obviously we have dozens of funnels inside of here, but what we're gonna wanna do is this whole video, I already shot and then I realized the audio was off, so I'm reshooting it. So please, please, please smash the like button down below. So I'm gonna archive that one so I can show you this. Okay, perfect. So we're gonna click on the top right hand, build new funnel on the top right hand side. This is pretty cool about ClickFunnels. It'll walk you through what are you trying to do with this funnel. Now, you can also create a custom funnel if you're a little bit more advanced, but for majority of people watching this video, I would just let kind of ClickFunnels show you how to build a funnel. It's much easier. So you're gonna, for me, I want to collect emails, right? Like I just told you a second ago. So I'm going to click on collect emails. So here's where we would give it a name. So let's just say, for example, real estate training is the name of my sales funnel I'm going to create here. Don't worry about creating a group tag, and you're going to click build funnel right here. Now, once this loads up, it's going to give you a bunch of templates for your opt-in page. So if we go back over to this little sales funnel page here, they're trying to show us, hey, what do you want this page to look at that you're sending this traffic to? Okay. So you literally have probably hundreds of options here. I wouldn't get, I'll tell you guys what, honestly, the ugliest and simplest pages, they convert the highest. I actually have a client of mine that's done over $90 million, and he used an opt-in page that looked exactly like this here. So we're going to use this one, but I want to show you, you don't need to look pretty. I actually think there's some kind of correlation between the uglier the sales funnel, the higher it converts. Okay. So now we're inside of actually ClickFunnels, and we're creating a funnel itself. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do here is go to settings in the top right. And we're going to connect everything we just talked about earlier. So first thing we're going to do is go down to domains, click the drop down, and you're going to want to click on the website that you already added in there. Okay. Second thing you want to do is change the path. Now, what the path is essentially what does someone, what happens after the slash in your website. So an example here would be raviabuvala.com/real estate training, right? That would be what this path would send to. And the URLs are a little tricky. I'm going to walk you through this in a second, but let's just say real estate training. Look how clean that looks compared to what it was before, which was raviabuvala.clickfunnels.com/ a bunch of numbers and letters. Okay. Next interesting thing is you can add your favcon URL. So favcon URL is pretty much, if you look at this right here, that's a favcon and that's a favcon, those little images up there. So you can just take a typical image and just go to favcon generator. And you can drop your image right here, and then it'll come out and give you a, let's say here, we want this to be the favcon. And then it's going to come out and give you your actual favcon that'll look nice and clean in the top left hand of your screen. And then once you get that, you can upload that as a URL right inside of ClickFunnels right here. Now you have a head tracking code and a body tracking code here. For any of my nerds out here, that's going to be any of your advertising. So I have dozens of videos on advertising. I teach my clients how to do advertising. I show it inside of YouTube as well. But let's say Facebook advertising, Google advertising, YouTube advertising, LinkedIn advertising, you'd put all the pixels here so that in case anybody came to one of these pages, but they didn't book an appointment, we could be running retargeting traffic, trying to push them through to book an appointment here. Okay. So that's where you would add the retargeting. Here's where you could also add the Stripe account right down here as well. You can use Zapier. I have a whole nother video on Zapier that I'll link in the description down below. You guys can check that out as well. And then you would click save and update settings. So let's do that really quickly. Cool. So we are done with the settings part of it. So let's go back over to steps in the top left-hand side here. And now we're about to start building the actual funnel, the pages themselves. Now, a few things to be aware of. Stats, this little button right here is going to show you, what are your funnels converting at? So an example of that is going to be, I have an opt-in page and a thank you page right now. So it'll show you how many people landed on the opt-in page and how many people made it to the thank you page. So if I had 10 people land on the opt-in page and 1 person land on the thank you page, then my funnel, my opt-in page was converting at 10%. 10% of the people I landed here went here, okay? So it's important for you to understand how that works so that you can kind of keep an eye on your stats of your funnel. So that way you can create split tests, see what's working, what's not working. Another thing is just going to be contacts on the right-hand side here. That's, once again, all the emails that we're collecting as they're coming through our funnel, they're going to show up here. But what you're going to really want to do is connect your active campaign, which I'll show you here in a second, inside the funnel so that you don't ever have to come get the contacts inside of here. They're automatically going to get followed up through your CRM in the back end. So let's go back over to steps. This is going to be how you copy your URL. Here's where you can visit the funnel URL, like if you just want to see what the whole funnel looks like. And if you needed any help, you guys can click the little button right there. So next interesting thing about the URL. So the first URL takes them to this funnel, okay? The second URL right here takes them to this funnel step. Now that's really important to understand that, because a lot of people ask me, like, why does my URL look here? Why does my URL look weird there? So what I would come here is I would change this funnel step URL to be a little cleaner as well. So it would be raviabuvala.com/opt-in dash, training. Okay. Then I click update funnel step. So now it says raviwala.com/opt-in-training. And once again, the final little really quick thing you need to understand about the URLs is the page URL, okay? So the page URL is this little one right here, and I could say like opt-in-v1, okay? And this is version 1 of opt-in. And if I wanted to, you could create a variation of your pages here. So I would just duplicate the opt-in, click that little button right there. And this is why I love Clickfunnels, how easy this stuff is, guys. And now you can test different opt-in pages. So if you knew under the stats that, your page was converting at 10% and you wanted to increase that, maybe you want to go to 20%, then what you could do is create a split test, and you don't want to stop people sending to the page that's going to 10% because 10% is better than 0%, which could be what happens with the split test. But maybe you want to try a different headline, a different color button, anything like that. So you can click split test right here. You would change this to like 50% traffic. That's usually the best thing to do. Click apply changes. And now it's going to send 50% of the traffic there and 50% of the traffic here. And then what you'd want to do is change this to opt-in. I think I did opt-in-v2. Perfect. So that's version 1, that's version 2. So you're going to have a funnel URL. That's the raviwala.com/real estate training. You're going to have a step URL, which is raviwala.com/opt-in training. Then you're going to have a page URL, which is going to be anytime you have split tests. Okay. So if you're trying it that way, if you just send this URL out to people, then it'll automatically do the split test whenever you need it, like whatever you said right here. And I know I spent a lot of time talking about URLs there, but you'd be surprised how many questions that I get. Okay. So let's go down and edit this page here, our opt-in page. And this is where we're actually going to be starting to work on the Clickfunnels itself. So Clickfunnels editor, oh my God, it's just so beautiful. It is so easy to use, like anything else I've seen out there. So a few things you understand. This is how you save the page whenever you're done. If you make some changes, you usually want to save and preview it. I'm going to walk you through what these things mean right here. You can add a pop-up if you want to. So like let's say you want an exit pop-up. So if they're trying to leave the page before they do anything, you can click edit settings and you can say trigger on exit yes. And then I'm going to show you how you can add some things inside of there. And then let's cover the last 2 things, settings. So integrations, I would want to add my active campaign one right here. And then you can add them to a list inside active campaign. And then you would select, whatever list you want to do. So let's just say, VSL opt-in, boom. Now, if you go and watch my other active campaign video after this, you can see how once they go inside of here, they're automatically going to get nurtured until they become a client of yours, okay? And these are some of the things that we show our clients how to do so that they're able to literally have a funnel that's bringing in new booked appointments that are already pre-qualified and warmed up every single day. Click the link in the description if you guys want to get access to that immediately, if you guys want to hop on a one-on-one call with me. So integration is the first thing. The second thing is SEO metadata. Now, this is also something I don't see anybody else talking about. SEO metadata is pretty much what do you want them to see on Google? What do you want them to see on, if you email this to somebody, if someone texts this to somebody else? And my awesome landing page is not that convincing. So for this one, I would say, real estate training. Then I could come down here and say something like, enter your information to get access to this awesome training, right? Right there, already looks so much cleaner. You can add any keywords if you want to add them in there, like your name, your company name. You can add the author if you want to, so it says Ravi Abuvala. And then you can add like an image, a URL image that shows up right here. So let's just click on this. Don't judge me for the images you see here. Let's say that I want just the scaling with systems button. There we go. Look how much better that looks than what it looked like 2 seconds ago, okay? So I'd exit out of here. I'd probably click save. We'd go down here, and once again, you can add any tracking code you want to do here, header code or footer code. If you know anything about Facebook or Google or YouTube ads, you can just add in a pixel here so you can track people coming to the websites. Custom CSS code if you're a coder. You can change what the background looks like if you want to. So, you can have it be white, black, green, blue, yellow, purple, a photo of your face. Doesn't really matter. You just want to make sure it's easy to read. You can change what the typography looks like. I don't ever touch the background of the typography, to be honest with you. And then finally, you can go to the general settings here. The few things you should understand. By default, whenever you click submit, it's just going to take you to whatever the next page in the funnel is. So I would just leave that the way it is. And then I always recommend, make sure you click hide affiliate badge here. Now, no offense to Russell Brunson and ClickFunnels, they're very smart, but if you don't click hide affiliate badge and you have it under show here, which it usually defaults to, let me just show you what that looks like if we click preview and show the funnel, made with ClickFunnels. And so now they're taking, if we go back over here and we show this, now ClickFunnels, there's gonna be another little thing here, and it's gonna be ClickFunnels affiliate. Right? So now they're siphoning off your traffic, because now it's not just 2 options. Now it's 3 options. Exit, watch the training, or click on this little button in the bottom. Okay, so make sure you turn that off. That's very, very important that most people don't do. So let's go in here. We'll turn this off. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Search engines show, that's fine. And then the final little thing is just, this is how you look at mobile, which is a vast majority of traffic. Over 80% of the people that see this are gonna look at it on mobile. And so you definitely wanna make sure before you publish anything that it looks good on mobile. I see too many times people have incredibly beautiful desktop, but then I go to the website on my phone and it just looks absolutely terrible, okay? So then let's go into actually editing the page. So what are sections, rows, columns, and elements? So the first thing you should know is what a section is. So you see this little kind of light teal looking color, that's a section, okay? Then you have a row, which is a little blue color, and then you have elements, which is the orange color. Now a section, imagine the section is the largest container you're gonna have here. So a section is gonna be what you put rows in, and then rows are what you put elements in, okay? So you can add sections right here if I wanted to. So add a new section, let's say I wanted a full width section here, then it'd be the width of the entire page. But obviously, as you can see, this is not a full width section that's already inside of here. So I usually wouldn't want to have a random one there. If for whatever reason I wanted to add another section, you can just click clone and it'll keep the same thing on the bottom. But let's keep it simple and just delete this. Okay, cool. So that is what a section is right there. The second thing is going to be rows. Now, rows are what you put inside of sections. So if I wanted to have another row, so right here, I have get yours free as an element inside this row. Let's say underneath this, I wanted to put 2 columns, and one of them had like a money back guarantee picture, and another one had, a picture of, 5 out of 5 stars. I would use a 2 column row in order to show you that, okay? And then once you have the row, then you build the actual elements, and the elements can be, headlines, paragraphs, bullet lists, images, videos, audio, buttons, right? Shipping, countdown timers, icons, navigations, your social shares, you name it, it's all right there. The majority of the things you're going to be using is pretty much forms, which is this stuff right here, and buttons and text and images, okay? So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. I don't want to spend too much time on that because I think it's pretty self-explanatory, and you're going to use a template anyway, so you shouldn't change too much. So right here, let's say the title. So once again, I pretty much build out the titles for my clients, but once, let's see, I would probably say something like, want to know how we're generating 3 to 4 closings a month. And then if I wanted to be a little sneaky here, I'd probably add another sub headlining underneath that. That would say something like, without, complicated sales funnels or cold calling, ... This is obviously the color's wrong on this. So I would click on this. You can click on this little gear icon here, and you can actually change the elements. So I would probably come here and I would change the text color to white, so it's easier to be read. I might even want to bold it as well. So I can come down here and click bold. Boom, right? And then also I kind of like to do this stuff as italic when it's underneath that. And then I think, honestly, if this was one line, it might look a little bit better. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to shorten this font size a little bit. There we go. Look how clean that looks. That looks so good. And if I look to the mobile, I can just make sure it looks good on mobile. That looks pretty killer on mobile, right? This looks awesome. One of the things I might want to do on mobile, guys, is come up here and lower this top margin. Now, as you can see, the top margin here, this little area is useless on mobile. Why would I want to show that? On desktop, it looks pretty cool, right? This is nice and clean. But on mobile, this looks kind of useless and it's ugly, and it's preventing people from hitting the button above the fold. Above the fold is a saying in the internet and marketing world, and it pretty much comes back from when newspapers were around. And what it's saying is that you want to have any action you want them to take to be above the fold. Like you wanted the biggest headlines in a newspaper to be above when they folded the newspaper. So here I would probably come to this section here and I would click this gear icon and I would lower this top margin quite a bit, right? Even like just right there. And now it's all above the fold, okay? Now it looks okay. I think this is much better. Now everything's above the fold. So Russell, you should be switching your templates up so it's a little bit cleaner, okay? So want to know how to generate, we're generating 3 to 4 closes a month without complicated funnels. That looks awesome. And then, you know, down here, you could say, you know, most advertising agencies don't want you to know this, ... Add a little curiosity there. Then you can have enter your details to get started, enter your full name here, enter your email. If you wanted to add another element, you could say something like, you know, enter in your phone number. So input right here. You can change this to phone number. You can make it required, right? Then I say, hey, enter your name, email, and phone number in order to get this report. And then you want to click on the button down here and you want to click set action, and you want to make sure it submits the order or submits the form. And then once it submits that, it'll go to the next page, okay? And just like that, I'll probably click save in the top right here. And we have an opt-in page. We have this thing set up. It looks beautiful right here, guys. It didn't really require too much time or energy. Obviously, you know, you can watch this video a few times over again, and I'm explaining this very short, quickly for you. Let's say I want a little phone picture here because those other ones have phone picture. If you click on this, and then if you click over on advanced tiers, you can go to icon, and you can say phone icon. There we go. Now this is, someone's going to charge you $4,000 to build this for you. I just did it for you in 15 minutes. I'd like you to smash the like button, but we're not done yet, my friends. We're not done yet. Okay, so remember that pop-up? You can edit the settings and make your pop-up right here. So this is a great example of adding a pop-up from scratch. So let's add a row. We'll have it one column, and we'll just say, add a headline. Where are you going? Right? And then I could come down here and I'd say, add another element, subheadline, enter just your email to get access, right? So if they didn't want to give in all their information on the regular page and they tried to exit out, I can say, hey, just give me your email and you'll get access. So then I'll come down here, I'll add the input, the email address is fine. We'll make it required, email address. Let's just say for, you know, consistency's sake, we add the email icon, bada bing, bada boom. And then we want to add a submit button down here. So just add a button. And this one says down, we'll just make this watch free training. Cool. Make sure the action. So this is interesting. Make sure the action is on submit order form. The other thing that actions could do, or the other thing that the buttons could do would be open up pop-ups, you know, have a Facebook opt-in, go to another website URL, go to the next step in the funnel, scroll to a certain section of the page. Like if it said, look at testimonials, you could click on that and you could take them to the section on the page that said testimonials, or show and hide action. Those are all a little advanced. Make sure that you have to make sure it submits the order form or it will not send the email to your CRM, okay? So click submit order form there. And we're going to click save. And if we come over here and show you guys what this looks like, here we go. And then if I try to exit out, look at that. It popped up right here. They had the pop-up come up. And you guys are going to, this is automatically the best funnel that you guys have probably ever seen, and we're building this out together, okay? So the next thing is very important. So let's go back to the page here. We're just going to click leave. We've already set this all up. And then this is the thank you page. Now, you could have multiple different pages inside of here like I showed. For the sake of this video, I'm not going to walk you through building every single one of these pages. That's what we do with our clients. I just want to show you pretty much how to get this done. But what I would probably do is, instead of having a thank you page here, if I just show you what I would do instead, I would probably have a page in between this. So I would click add new step. I would say training. The path would be, you know, training. Create the funnel step. And then here's where I would have that kind of video training or written sales letter or whatever else it would be, where I would probably go under, you know, sales page or opt-in. You could do any one of these things here. So let's just say sales page right here. Select template. Cool. I've drag and drop this up so it's in between the thank you page and that. And then I can come down here and click edit, and I would change this sales page here to be, you know, the same one as we had above. Make sure it matches my business. Look at this, beautiful. I would just come in here and change all of this. I want to model the colors and everything of the first page, drag and drop a couple things, shoot a video sales letter, which is what we help our clients do. You could put it on YouTube, then put the YouTube URL there, put it on Vimeo, any website like that, and then get started now. This get started now opens up the pop-up, which is pretty cool. And then if you look at the pop-up, you could just say, you could put like a calendar or something like that if you wanted to. You can embed a calendar. Like for us, we embed our calendar inside of here. So that being said, let me actually show you what the funnel you guys are going to get when you click down in the video below. If you guys want to, check this out. So this is what you guys get for staying until the end. I'm going to show you guys. You guys don't have to worry about starting from scratch with all of this stuff. I'm going to give you guys the funnel that we use in order to make a baloney amount of money through this. So let me find the funnel here. Here we go. So I'm going to give you guys a funnel that has a landing page. It has the video, it has the application page, a booking time page, a thank you page. And all you're going to come in here is just click edit on these videos here or on these pages here, and you're going to make them your own. Okay. So change the headline up top, change these, the images down here, change what the button says, change the little, you will learn, the little bullet points down below. You can come down here and already have this video one set up for you guys, okay? If this is not worth a thumbs up and a subscribe, guys, because people literally are charging tens of thousands of dollars for this, I'm just gonna give it to you guys. Literally, the whole thing right here. All you guys have to do is click the link in the description down below and make sure you hit like and subscribe, and you'll get this entire funnel, and then you can build this for yourself. And this is our sales page here as well, right? So you can see literally we have videos, we have testimonials. So you can copy and paste this inside of your business to make it work for you. All you have to do is click the link in the description down below to get access to this entire sales funnel that's made us millions of dollars, and you can edit it for yourself. Now, if you want our help doing this for you, if you're just like, hey, this is awesome, but I would rather have Ravi work with me one-on-one, look over my shoulder and build this entire thing for me, figure out my marketing message, figuring out what the ads look like, you know, what do I need to say inside of the funnels? What happens when someone does opt in? How do you connect all the back end stuff? We do all of that with our clients, and all you have to do is click the button in the description down below. It's going to say if you want to book a one-on-one consultation, you'll hop on the phone with me, you'll hop on the phone with one of our coaches, and we'll break down, understand what your business looks like, see if the sales funnels make sense, show you kind of which ones that we would use and which ones that we know have worked for our 1,000+ clients, and then potentially talk about working together. So click the link in the description down below if you want to hop on a one-on-one consultation and have us help you build this out for yourself. And finally, guys, if you got some massive value out of this, please do me a quick favor and just smash the subscribe button. I'm trying to increase my subscriber count by quite a bit. Make sure that you hit like down below as well. And then also there should be a few videos on the screen coming up after me here. Make sure you click on them because they're going to go a lot more in depth for you on how to actually set up and connect different areas of your sales funnel to your back end offer, as well as how to use ActiveCampaign in order to follow up those leads and help them convert into paying customers.